We all want to be happy, but research shows that things that we can buy or even our career achievements don't necessarily bring sustainable happiness. The most sustainable way to build your own happiness is by creating habits that make you happy, that help you recognize what you have and appreciate the life that you are living in the moment that you are living today. So I wanted to share 7 small habits that you can start implementing today that are super easy to implement, and you can adapt them to your own liking. That will make you happier, so much happier than anything that you can buy with money. So let's get into it. The first small habit that you can easily implement is to create rituals. Your own rituals, custom rituals that make you happy. Rituals is basically a set of different activities that are following each other that you do every single, let's say, morning when you wake up. A lot of people call that their morning routine. You can call it your morning ritual. A lot of people have their bedtime routine or ritual. You can have a ritual when you're finishing work, a ritual at lunch break, whatever. It's a repeating set of activities that you repeat at a given, there's a trigger for it, right? For example, I have a morning routine and I have a separate video on the topic and what my morning routine looks like. It has evolved since when I published that video. So let me know in the comments if you'd be interested to see what it has evolved into since. It basically consists of a number of activities like journaling, gratitude, meditation, all those things that make me feel happier. And we will talk about those actions in particular later down the line. But again, I have more videos on the topic. You can access them here if you're watching this on YouTube. The reason why these rituals make us happier is because they make us feel safer and more secure. Because your brain knows what to expect, and there's a recurring element in every single day in your life that, again, signals to your brain that it is safe. Our brains like that. Our brains like stability. Our brains like security. Our brains like routines, and because they make them feel safe. And this is an evolutionary kind of thing that we have. Our brains like it when we're playing safe, and these little rituals, repeating these things, will make you feel safer and therefore just feel happier in general. The second little habit that you can implement, and this can be part of your little rituals, is gratitude, practicing gratitude. Gratitude there's so much research on the topic of how it improves our lives and helps us appreciate what we have. And it's just so good for you from so many different perspectives. So my task for you right now, pause this video and write down 3 things that you're grateful for. That's actually what I do every single day. So write down, I'm grateful for, what are you grateful for? 3 times. That's what I do every single day. I write 5 different statements, 5 gratitude statements, but you can start with 1. You can start with 3. Whatever floats your boat, as long as you write it and really think about it and really feel it, because the power of gratitude is immense, and you will notice the results. Honestly, just do it once. You will notice how you feel happier about your life immediately. And if you implement it into a little ritual that you do every single day, it will make you so much happier because it helps you appreciate your life and what you have. And you're not focusing on the gaps of, where you want to go and where you're not, like the gap between you and that state, but on the gains, what you already have. And it makes you feel so much more appreciative. There's a ton of scientific research on why gratitude is positive for you. So if you are curious why this may help you, just Google it. Little habit number 3 that I absolutely love is savoring the moment. And what do I mean by this? You may have seen me talk about this in other videos, but it's basically, when you're eating something really sweet or really tasty and you just want that flavor to stay in your mouth forever, and you're just like, You can do the same thing with moments that you really enjoy. I do that all the time. Last time I did that was last night when I was having dinner with my husband and we were laughing at something. Just savor the moment. Just acknowledge it. Just be there, be present, and savor it the same way you would savor something yummy. And that makes me feel so happy. And then sometimes I end up going back to some of those moments, and some of those moments really stand out. So, for example, from some of our trips, I still remember this moment when we were in Italy watching the sunset in the vineyard and just, like talking to each other. It was just so nice. It's still ingrained in my memory because I savored it, and it's the most wonderful thing. So I really highly encourage you to do that. Whenever something good is happening, savor it. Take a moment, really savor it. Good habit number 4, something that I need to be better at, is taking breaks and planning those breaks intentionally, being more intentional about letting yourself rest and not overworking yourself. And it may take a form of you scheduling actual breaks, or it may take form of, rewarding yourself for completing a task with a 15-minute break or something else. Or maybe you're using productivity technique like the Pomodoro technique, which basically creates slots for work and creates slots for rest. And that has breaks built into it. I use that all the time whenever I need to focus. And it's so helpful because breaks are in there. They're there by design. So design your days to take breaks because we're not machines. We can't be productive at all times. We need to switch activities. We need to get out of the cycle in order to be creative, to stay productive, to stay alert, because we're not machines. We need breaks, so take breaks. Little habit number 5, and this can go along with your break taking or just anything else or your rituals, is having offline hobbies. Hobbies that help you feel present. Hobbies that help you feel fulfilled, help you feel like right here. Any types of hobbies that are away from the screen. Technology is great, but staring into this black mirror all the time is not really good for the soul, and we need hobbies that are good for the soul, whatever they may be for you. For me, they are my plants. I love my plants. You don't see in this is a little specimen of the plants I have here, and there's so many different experiments that I'm taking and whatever. Cooking, I love cooking, and baking in particularly. Going out and being in nature is another one. Absolutely love it. And there's so many other hobbies that you can do. Reading is an amazing hobby. There's so many different things that you can do that keep you grounded, keep you present. And especially if you find something that helps you learn, like for example with me, with plants, I'm always experimenting. Like this guy I saved him. He was an experiment. So are these guys. These guys are also, I'm propagating this plant for the first time, and they're kind of an experiment. With my baking, always learning new things, experimenting with new proportions of ingredients, etc. So learning there, reading is also an amazing one. If it helps you grow, if it helps you learn, that's amazing. If it helps you nurture something, for example with plants for me, that has been such a wonderful thing for my mental health throughout quarantine and beyond, I'm sure. Nurturing something, watching it grow, watching it develop, and feeling proud of it, and I guess getting more things to be grateful for, honestly. So yeah, get some offline hobbies because they will help you switch your brain from one format to another. They will help you feel present. They will help you be happier in so many different ways from so many different perspectives. And if you can implement those hobbies into your little breaks between work, amazing, because you're switching the different sides of your brain and like different types of brain activities together, which honestly is great for your creativity. But yeah, do offline things every single day if you can, because that will be just so good for your happiness level. The next one, number 6, is exercising or moving. And there's so much research on why it's good for you, why it's good for your brain, your body, your self-esteem, just in general. Moving and exercising doesn't have to be for, vanity stuff, for weight loss or anything. It's for your health, for your well-being. And again, countless research on how and why it's good for your mental health. So just get out, move, and find something that you enjoy doing. It doesn't have to be running if you hate running. Although, I used to hate running and then I started getting better at it and now I like it. So it's like sometimes you don't like something because you're not good at it. The perfectionist in you isn't very happy with you not being good with it. So sticking with it for a bit longer may actually help you liking it, may not. But all I'm saying is that I'm the living proof of that being like the transformation happening. So yeah, move. And if you can move throughout those little breaks that you're intentionally putting for yourself, creating for yourself, go for it. That will make you so much more happy, so much more productive, so much more present, so much more there, you know? And that's amazing. And finally, little habit number 7 that you can implement, and again, it can be part of one of those rituals, is reflection or journaling. Reflection and journaling, I would say. Ever since I started doing that exercise, it has been so wonderful for me in order to make sense of what's happening in my brain and also to understand where I am in my journey, because we are all on a different trajectory, and sometimes we end up comparing ourselves to other people who are on their journey, on their trajectory, on their timeline, and it's just not healthy. The healthiest way to track your progress is and see where you are is actually compare yourself against yourself, and journaling and reflection is so vital. Actually, one of my friends, Amanda, she journals, she has specific dates. She's all about her specific dates around the year, for example, her birthday, the time, the day when she started her business, etc. And you can identify those significant dates for yourself, and you can keep on adding to your bank of significant dates. She journals on those specific days, and she reflects back. She looks back at her notes the previous year, the year before, etc. And it helps her understand where she is in her journey and compare herself to herself in her previous versions of herself, which is so much healthier than comparing yourself to others. It helps you make sense of your thoughts by putting them into words, by talking to yourself about them, by really reflecting through them, what's going on in your head. And sometimes I just dump whatever is going on in my head and kind of trying to untangle it all. And honestly, the best ideas come to me during that process, whether I'm untangling what's going on in my head, or I'm just talking to myself about a certain topic that I've been thinking about and how do I solve that issue, etc. It is so wonderful and such a wonderful technique. Please try it. And I mean, there's a reason why people are obsessed with journaling right now, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just pick up a piece of paper and start writing what's in your head, what's on your mind, and start reflecting every now and again, like the Amanda's method. And of course, you can combine this with gratitude or other practices that help you feel happier and combine them into rituals. So there you have it, 7 small habits that will make you feel happier every single day. Let me know in the comments if any of this was new, or if you're practicing some of these already, and what else would you add to this list? I'm super curious, so let me know in the comments section below. I will also add related videos up here and in the description, so if you're interested to learn more about this subject, you know where the links are. They're in the description. Like this video if you've enjoyed it, and share with a friend who may benefit from these little habits. Any type of engagement really helps support my channel with the algorithm, so thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. We can also be friends on other social media. I will link all of the social media I have in the description as well. Have a wonderful time today you're currently experiencing. Bye.